Hey everybody, it is Thursday, February 18th, 2021. A lot to talk about today. A lot of people are in big trouble, and this is what I tried to stress here in this channel for many years. And one of the reasons why I chose to remain here in Southern California is the situation with the weather and also preparation, right? So a lot of people were kind of making fun of me because I sold off some of my digital assets, and the people that would make fun of me, they would say, oh, it's going to the moon, why are you selling some of it? You know, it's only going to go to the moon, you should never sell. Well, guess what happens if you never sell and those assets that you see on your digital screen, the power goes out, you have no power, and now you have no assets. So now you have people scrambling for gas to heat their homes in some cases, to try to heat their power generators, people scrambling for food because their food is spoiling because the power's out and the refrigerator's out. People scrambling for water. They have no bottled water because their pipes are frozen. And a lot of banks are closed. People cannot get their money out of the bank. If you're sitting there with 100% of your money in the bank, you are absolutely insane. Or even your investments. If all your net worth is on a digital screen somewhere, you are insane, right? You need to take gains. If you're making money in the markets and you see your investments going up, take some of that out. Don't be silly, right? It's only going to do good if you own it, right? You've probably heard several YouTubers that I've heard, people that stack silver, say this: if you don't hold it, you don't own it, right? It's an old saying in the metal stacking community. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Digital numbers on a screen are not going to do you much good when the power goes out. And we're seeing millions of people right now learning a hard lesson at this very moment. Right, so I'm wondering how many of these people, they saw the digits on the screen, how rich they were, how much their investments went up, and then the power went out. Are they going into the store saying, hey, I've got these digits on my screen, when power comes back, I'll go ahead and pay you? You think anyone's going to get any real assets or any food or any necessities for those digits? Right, even having some extra propane tanks and a gas grill in your backyard or wherever, like tweeted out here, Joshua Johnson at JJ Power 19, when life gives you lemons, make eggs on the grill. Imagine sitting there with your food spoiling because the power's out, the refrigerator's out, and you have no way to cook it because all you have is your electric stove. Well, it's good to have a grill in this case. It's good to have wood stacked up in the yard if you can. Of course, myself being here in San Diego, I don't really chop wood. Again, one of the reasons why I've chosen to stay here in San Diego. There's a lot of other problems that California has, but frozen pipes is not one of them. We'll have power outages maybe because of a fire, and that's a whole nother area of preparation. But this is a very hard time for a lot of people in this country. And we're seeing more panicking happen, similar to what we saw with the toilet paper runs when the shutdowns first started last year. And Reuters tweeted this out. This is a supermarket in South Austin, Texas. It was the only store open in the area. It was empty shelves, long lines, as shoppers stocked up amid historic cold weather and power outages. Right, so these are the things you need to be prepared for. And this looks like the grocery section of a Target.
And the roads have been relatively nice, not too bad, just be very careful.
Right, and being prepared is what it's all going to come down to. When this system collapses, and it will collapse, this entire financial system is either one, going to collapse, or two, the payouts will stop, right? So the lawmakers in charge of how much gets paid out to the people, or how much gets spent, how much gets sent overseas. At one point they're going to say, sorry, we're out of money. We no longer can take on any more debt to pay out the people. So everybody reliant on payouts, unemployment checks, stimulus checks, universal basic income, Social Security. There's going to be a point where you will not get your money. They're going to say, sorry, we can't take on any more debt. We don't have the money, is what they're going to say. And then the people will argue, well, you can take on debt. You can just print the money out of nothing, right? And let's say, no, it's too much. We can't print anymore. Sorry, you're on your own. This is what's going to happen eventually. And then I have people calling me a fearmonger. Oh, JJ, you're just spreading fear. That's never going to happen. Look at the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate's going down. You're just a doom and gloomer. I can't believe there's people out there that still believe the official employment number. So with 100 million out of the labor force, you think the unemployment rate's between 6 and 7%? Or is it after a length of time you're no longer counted in the statistics, right? It's a manipulated number. Right? So anyone, as of right now, that still believes the official numbers on the economy, I don't know what else to say. I mean, come on, man. I'll have to quote Joe on this one. Come on, man. Right? This economy is in free fall, and guess what? We're just getting started. It's going to get a lot worse than this. And you're going to continue to see rising prices. At Kevin Whitelaw 1, more than 4 million barrels a day of output, almost 40% of the nation's crude oil production is now offline, according to traders and executives. So guess what? That means for you and me, higher gas prices. Right? So more people losing their jobs, stagnant wages, low paying jobs. Even before the shutdown, people were not getting by with their incomes, right? It was low paying service sector jobs. Debt was continuing to rise. People were getting further into debt, living paycheck to paycheck. And then things got a lot worse. And guess what? We're going to see higher prices now with the drop in the output of the crude oil. And a lot of things could go wrong to make this get even worse. I know it seems like it can get worse, that you've been told that there was going to be this amazing recovery, that all the jobs are going to come back. And a lot of people believe that. I think most people still believe that. But I think as we go forward here in 2021 and beyond, you're going to see more people moving out of the cities. I plan to do that in more of a country-like setting at some point, maybe in California, maybe out of California. I don't know. I don't see too many places that are free of chaos or free of these drastic events that we've seen unfold here, with about 70% of the United States now being under either snow or ice or both right now. Millions without power, millions of people wondering where their next meal is going to come from. Water lines frozen, turn on the faucet, nothing comes out. People are wishing they would have had some bottled water put away. This is what it's going to come down to, and as the economy continues to deteriorate, it's going to be just these basic life necessities that you're going to wish that you had, right? The pile of wood in the backyard, the wood-burning stove, your own source of water if you have a well, hopefully it's not frozen, have bottled water set aside, storable food, right? And I'm not as prepared as many of you are. I talk to some of you, and I see your comments, and some of you message me over on Patreon and tell me where you live at, you're out in the country, and how self-sufficient you are. You know, congratulations to you, and I hope you're staying warm at this time. I hope you have everything you need, but it's going to get really crazy. Just wait until the financial system really starts falling apart, when a lot of these shenanigans are exposed within the banking system. We've already seen some of it come out with the brokerages and the stock trading firms, how they tilted the game in favor of the institutions and the hedge funds. Well, guess what? That's the entire banking system, and they're going to bring this down on everybody's head. And I think everybody needs to be prepared. I think we're going to see big things happen here in 2021. Stay well, stay safe, stay prepared, stay warm. Bye for now, everybody. Peace.